hail to the people of New Zealand, the Philippines, and Taiwan. Rog, good flag work.
Beautiful flags. Beautiful nations.
Few people.
Beautiful
flags
football-loving
like
nations. When people ask me, where is the true home of football? It's not Brazil, David.
Taiwan.
It's these three nations.
Yeah, absolutely. Rog, okay, what a weekend.
Yeah, it was good.
Had the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Rog.
Yeah.
Had an amazing weekend in the Premier League. We're going to get to the Van Gaal fall later. But it was the Capital One Company Cup final, Rog. Liverpool versus Man City.
Yeah, it was. That was like, not quite the Oscars. I'd say it's more like the daytime Emmys, David. Manchester City, big cup. They've been in 2 big cups already this week. They're in the FA Cup, which they treated like a dog poo that had stuck on their shoe. Plus in the Champions League, where they unfurled some of the most beautiful football they've shown all season, which Manchester City would turn up, Davo.
Yeah, well, it was a Man City. It was a good lineup, Rog, notwithstanding Willy Caballero in goal, replacing
that was the pre-game
Joe
conversation.
Hart.
He stuck with him as his cup goalkeeper. Why would he stay with him after the FA Cup bungling the week
Because
before?
he's a gentleman of his word,
Yes,
Rog.
he is. And he believes in power balls. Cometh the hour, cometh the ball, but more of that in a minute. The game came right after the Manchester United-Arsenal game, of which we'll speak in a minute, which is fantastic to watch. And it was a little bit, as a spectator, like leaving the beautiful confines of the sauna to jump into the cold plunge pool. The football, a bit scratchy, good intent, very little execution in the final third. But then Manchester City came to life, courtesy of Simon Mignolet.
Yeah, well, and a little bit Fernandinho. 49th minute, Fernandinho. He sort of knocks it right through Mignolet.
Yeah. He was like as if Mignolet was Patrick Swayze in Ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done it again. If that goalkeeper was actually good, they've just given him a 5-year contract. How long would the contract have been if he could actually play football? We will never find out.
150 years.
But Liverpool did what they do when they go behind. They tried with good intent, like a manic labradoodle, let off the leash at the part. They charged forward. Not really finding it in the final third until the 83rd minute.
Oh, yeah, Lallana.
Something off the training ground with that post pass.
I know, Lallana banks it off the post straight to Coutinho.
As if it was a backboard in the
he knocks
NBA.
it in. And it's 1-1. And City had so many chances to put it away, Rog, but unfortunately all of those chances fell to Raheem Sterling.
Poor guy, an object of mirth, one of the finest physical comedians England has produced in possibly the past couple of decades since Benny Hill. He must have felt lousy as the game ticked into overtime. And then penalties.
Yeah, exactly. Penalties. And early on, Liverpool take the lead in the penalties, but then Willy Caballero takes over.
Comes to life and stops
Saves
being a
3.
subpar second-string goalkeeper and becomes the aforementioned Powerball.
Yeah, we love it.
Oh, fantastic. Not just penalty saves, fantastic penalty saves. Standing up strong.
Yeah.
It was a wall. Fantastic stuff. Came down to Manchester City's penalty. Who stumbles towards the ball, having decided to activate himself out of power save
Moving
mood.
so slow, Yaya Toure.
He scores the penalty, pretends he cares. Manchester City take a team photo. They're all going crazy with the trophy. Who's off to the left-hand side having a beer on his own?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, out of shot.
Doesn't care.
Yeah, they're all giving it that. Let's do it, David.
Yeah.
There is an INT when your name is Yaya Toure. Well done.
Didn't get his birthday cake.
Manchester City, you've won a trophy that's about as big as the Nathan's hot dog eating contest on July
I had to
4th.
look up who won it last year, and it was my team, Chelsea. I'd already forgotten. Okay,
In
Rog,
the really big game of the weekend.
Manchester United versus Arsenal, Rog.
15 injuries for LVG. Oh, my Lord, a whole first team out with injury.
Yeah.
He had to play children who have to ask questions of LVG about their forthcoming puberty.
Yeah, exactly. And one of those notable children, Rog, Marcus Rashford, playing up front midweek against Midtjylland. He scores 2 goals. What was he going to do?
Marcus Rashford. We're calling him by the wrong name. His real name is Real Madrid's Marcus Rashford.
What was he going to do in the Premier League, in his Premier League debut, against the self-proclaimed best team in football, Arsenal Football Club, themselves coming off sort of a humiliation at the hands of Barcelona midweek in the Champions League?
Surely they drew real solace from the win against Leicester City. Momentum all with Arsenal. But you would be wrong, because in this game, Manchester United stormed through 2 shots on goal from Marcus Rashford. 2 goals. He must have felt like this Premier League malarkey. Piece of crap.
Easy. Yeah, was it Tremors?
That guy. Yeah, that guy. He's 18. He doesn't even know how to unhook a bra with one hand.
We don't know that for a fact.
I do. Stats.
Okay.
Stats told
okay.
me. Manchester United at one point had 5 virgins on the field, which is a Premier League record in the Premier League at stats. Yes, we do, Davo. Yet still, this Arsenal team that is meant to, Davo, as a professional team who want it, they can taste the Premier League.
This year. It's different this year.
They were meant to have the power. They were meant to have the drive. They were meant to have the motivation, and then instead they just had the.
Yeah, absolutely.
Danny Welbeck gave them a little hope.
He did. A very tight shirt.
Yeah.
But he gave them some hope.
And then using that tight shirt, it was Koscielny, who, what did you call it?
He power moved it.
He power moved
I'm
it.
amazed that we don't see more offensive goals like that with moving. He defensively moved it into his own net. That was an assist for Rashford because he hadn't done enough already this week. 4 goals and an assist for a child, Rog, in 1 week in United. They go 3-1 up, but then
made it kind of close.
Gets funding, but it's 3-2.
Arsene Wenger, we've got to applaud his creativity. Always finding ever new ways to humiliate himself in public.
He may be the scriptwriter.
God, he is just a infinite well of melancholy, that man. But LVG, Manchester United are all mine!
Yeah.
And long may they be.
He seized control, Rog.
I think it's fantastic. And he dominated. He gave the internet the kind of meme that they've only ever had when a Kardashian has bared their buttocks on a magazine cover.
If you like clipboards and clipboard-related humour, and you like falling down, you like people falling over, this was made for you, this clip.
Yeah, you know, LVG, this was the week in which he is living the dream. God love him. Fantastic win for the Children's Crusade that is Manchester United. Arsenal, Tottenham await next weekend in the biggest North London derby since we last said it was the biggest North London derby of all time. God love them. Tottenham Hotspur. 1-0 down against Swansea. They do not stop digging deep, David.
No, they do not. They come back. Rog, goals from Nasser Chadli in the 70th minute. And then Danny Rose after a just fantastic strike. Both from Ericsson corner, 70th, 77th minute. They win it 2-1, Rog.
Talking about digging deep to get goals when you desperately need one.
Leicester City, Rog, at home against Norwich.
Let's recap. They've beaten Stoke City. They've beaten Liverpool. They've beaten Manchester City. Oh, sorry, kind of lost in an unfortunate
But suddenly, they're playing against a team at home that they're expected to beat. But suddenly, they've got to dominate possession.
And they had 59% possession, only the 3rd time this season that they have had the majority of possession. And with Norwich sitting deep in a really organised way, no space for Jamie Vardy to exploit behind enemy lines. Didn't love it, couldn't undo it, started the struggle, the atmosphere, which was absolutely rhapsodic at the kickoff, kind of evaporated. Doughty kicked in.
Nervous drumming.
And then in the 89th minute.
Ochoa, the substitute, he's come on. Ball crossed in from Albrighton. Comes across. Vardy gets a little nick on it.
All yours, all effing yours.
Ochoa finishes. 1-0
Scenes
to the good guys.
Yeah, phenomenal. Absolutely ecstatic fairy tale scenes continuing at Leicester City. And after the game, Ranieri said, "We are safe now. Now we can dream." Finally, he's hinting they must look at where they are with 11 games to go, Davo, and really try and muscle in on that trophy, which would be...
They got a shot. They got a shot.
As Debbie Gibson used to say, only in my dreams. Now, the segment of the show where Davo reads scores.
West Bromwich Albion 3, Crystal Palace 2.
Sorry, Palace, love.
West Ham United 1, Sunderland 0.
In the Sam Allardyce derby.
Southampton 1, Chelsea 2.
Game that meant nothing.
Except for Chelsea fans, it meant quite a lot. Stoke, love winning. I love winning.
You're hardly letting a goal. How do you suddenly let in a goal like that?
Class. Stoke City 2, Aston Villa 1. Farewell. And finally, Watford 0, Bournemouth 0.
Huge amount of football this week. Massive weekend ahead. We cannot wait to unpack it all with you in the true homes of football. You know which flag is yours.
Yeah. We do also.